is Caleb Bryant. Here they come off turn number 4. The first green flag of the night is out. Poland and Bates off turn 1 into turn 2 and up the back chute. Benny Poland has the run up the inside. Bates pulls down to the bottom. Chris Wilk in hot pursuit. Russ Davis and Bruce Jaycox side by side for fourth. Jaycox backs down a little bit. Davis will lead him off turn number 2. Davis up into the 4th spot. Out here comes Wilk underneath Bates. Bates on the high side. Hasn't raced this track in many, many moons. Don't forget, folks, we've got 50-50 tickets for sale out there. Buy a 50-50 ticket and go home with somebody else's money in your pocket. Here they come off turn number 4. Benny Poland feeling the heat from Chris Wilk. Russ Davis now closes the gap a little bit into the 3rd spot. Wilk underneath Poland as they head into turn number 3. Poland gives him room. Wilk makes the pass and takes over the top spot. Poland now leaves it in the high lane as Russ Davis drives by underneath. It's Wilk, Davis, Poland, Bates, Jaycox, and Bryant. Cross flags up this time by. We are halfway through qualifying heat number 1 for the Super Streets. Wilk trying to open it up over Russ Davis on the back straightaway. Davis with Ben Poland in tow coming off turn number 4 now. Down the front straightaway. Joe Bates in that Farmington saving back. F.W. Whitcomb, number 7 New Hampshire, a former multi-time champion. Ran the United States North Legends Series along with the American Truck Series, or actually the Pro Truck Series before the American Trucks came along. Double sticks up this time by. 2 to go for Chris Wilk, and he's making it look easy now. Though Wilk sealing number 15 out of Mendon, Vermont in cruise control. Cavendish, Vermont's Radical Russ Davis looking strong in 2nd. Young Benny Poland moving up in the strictly stock division, having a great run in 3rd. Final lap coming to a close here. The checkered flag is in the air, and Chris Wilk will get the win, followed by Russ Davis, Ben Poland, Bruce Jaycox, Joe Bates, and the 88X of Caleb Bryant. Here they come off turn number 4. It's race time. The Summit Ice, number 44 for Frederick, gets loose. Got in them bumps down there, and it drifted up. Colby Hodgson able to pull ahead. Hodgson will lead the pack into turn 3. Frederick on the low side, trying to fight back, but Colby Hodgson will lead lap number 1. Scott McMichael, oh, look out. Frederick down in the bumps again. Not going to take long to throw the suspension off in that number 44 unless Frederick can get that thing up onto the pavement. Scott McMichael makes his way by. He'll move into the 2nd spot. Frederick hitting that bump again. Just really trying to hug that corner. It'll take him some time to get used to the corners here at the Twin State Speedway. Frederick, a long-time Monadnock competitor. The Outlaw, Mark Blair, really in a new car. They tore that car down to the last nut and bolt this winter. That's why they weren't here last week. Did not have the drive shaft done for that automobile. Dick Lamont heads up pit road. Problems on the 18. So Heartland, Vermont's Dick Lamont will be the first one up pit road. Meanwhile, Scott McMichael has taken over the top spot. The 7 New Hampshire from Newbury, New Hampshire in the C.A. Miller machine. Colby Hodgson running strong in 2nd. 3rd place right now belongs to Frederick, and in 4th, the Outlaw, Mark Blair. Ryan Bell having a hard time holding on to the 8 right now. The handle not correct on the 8 machine. They'll have to do some work to that automobile before the feature time. James Brow, I believe this is his first ever time here at the Twin State Speedway, a name I don't recognize. Looks like one of the old Brio cars he may have purchased. Could be. Double sticks are up. 2 to go this time by Scott McMichael. Having things his own way in that black number 7 New Hampshire. He'll see the white flag as he comes off turn 4. Michael Griggs lets him know. One more time around, Scott. Battle heating up for second as Frederick is trying to run down Colby Hodgson. It's the Scott McMichael show up front, though. The checkered flag will fly. Scott McMichael gets the win. Hodgson holds on to second. Danny Frederick third. Then it's the outlaw Mark Blair. The 8 of Ryan Bell. Modified's getting ready to roll. Joe Crowley looks him over. Let's get it on. Down into turn number 1. Jeffrey Wright drives it in deep, but Spear will have the lead coming off turn 2. Spear up the hill a little bit, trying to get the handle on it. Norm Forrest hammer down up into the second spot. Here comes Dynamite David Bly with Mike Willis in tow. Paul LaFond on the outside behind Jeffrey Wright. Meanwhile, up front, Norm Forrest trying to figure out what to do with Michael Spear. Spear on the high side. Forrest looks down low, then pulls in the line. David Bly having a strong run right there in third. Here comes Mike Willis Jr. Willis in the 83 to... Oh, look out! Forrest and Spear get together coming into turn number 3. Joe Crowley says, no, we'll have none of that. Now David Bly jumps to the bottom. He works upside of Norm Forrest. Wheel to wheel for the second spot. Bly the inside. Oh, Forrest gets way up high. Has to get out of the throttle. And he'll lose a couple of spots here, so Bly moves up to second. With Mike Willis moving up to third. Now Willis looking underneath Bly. Bly able to shut the door going into turn number 3. Off turn 4, the cross flags are up. In line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could throw a blanket over the whole group. Here they come. Willis looking low again. Norm Forrest right there with him. Michael Spear still holding on to the top spot. David Bly trying to figure out a way by him. Mike Willis would like to grab them both. Here he goes. Willis makes his move. Drops to the bottom. He's beside Bly. Willis will have the second spot coming off turn number 4. Mike Willis Jr. moves up to second. Bly fights back on the outside. Bly and Willis rubbing rails in turns 1 and 2. Joe Crowley with a double sticks in the air this time by. 2 more laps to go. Willis will have the second spot to himself. Bly trying to get it back up there. Norm Forrest trying to work him over. Willis almost able to get underneath Michael Spear. Looks low again coming off turn 4, then decides against it. White flag is out. It's now or never. Forrest underneath Bly. They rub rails in turn 1. Here comes Willis. Caution flag is out as Paul LaFond is around in turn number 4. So Paul LaFond goes. Here we go. Off turn 4. Green flag is up again. Mike Willis Jr. with a big jump on the outside. He'll lead the pack off turn number 2 and start pulling away. Mike Willis Jr., who got the feature win 1 week ago on opening night, looks to make it 2 in a row. He's going to win this heat race if he stays where he is, and he'll be loaded for bear come feature time. Bly and Norm Forrest rubbing rails off turn number 2. David Bly says, that's my spot. I want it. I'm going to have it. Norm Forrest says, not if I can say anything about it, but it'll be Bly for third. Mike Willis getting the win. Michael Spear second. That'll be David Bly, Norm Forrest, Paul LaFond, and Jeff Wright. Here we go. Off turn 4. Modified heat number 2. Oh, Joe Lanoux a little bit loose there. Didn't get enough heat in them tires. Robert Hager and Lanoux touch coming off turn number 2. I think Hagar thought he was clear. Here we go. Green flag. Oh, no green. No green flag. Joe Crowley pulls it back as Joe Lanoux had gotten a huge. Here they come off turn number 4. The green flag is out. It's race time. Joe Lanoux and Aaron Haino off turn number 2. Wheel to wheel. Lanoux inches ahead up the back straightaway. Haino drives it in deep on the outside. Lanoux answers back. Here they come off turn number 4. Joe Lanoux by a half a car length heading into turn number 1. Haino gets a good run off turn 2. They'll draw even up the back straightaway. Haino inches ahead going into 3. Lanoux inches ahead coming out of 4. Wheel-to-wheel action here in the modifieds. It's Lanoux, Haino, Smith, Hagar, and Foss. Now Haino pulls in line behind Lanoux. Here they come down to the line one more time. Dana Smith trying to run down the top pair. Robert Hagar and Shane Foss, 4th and 5th respectively. Haino now trying to put some heat on Lanoux. Here they come up the back straightaway. Haino gets a little bit loose. That gives Lanoux a little bit of a cushion. Cross flags up this time by, we're halfway through modified heat number 2. Joe Lanoux in American Brake and Tire number 3. Lanoux and Haino. A great battle up front. Dana Smith riding about 5 car lengths behind them. Robert Hagar holding off Shane Foss in that 4th spot. Lanoux and Haino opening it up a little bit more. Joe Crowley with the double sticks in the air. 2 laps to go. Here they come off turn number 4. White flag is in the air. This is it. If Haino is going to make it happen, it's going to have to be now. Haino looks low, gives him a little push. Bump drafting off turn number 2. Lanoux is there. Lanoux is ready for it. The checkered flag will fly. Joe Lanoux gets the win. Art Haino comes in 2nd. Dana Smith, welcome back for 3rd. Shane Foss gets around Robert Hagar for 4th. Here we go. Green flag is out. Caution will fly. We've got parts on the front straightaway. Here we go. Green flag is out. Kyle Davis with a good jump on the outside. Caitlin Stone answers back. Off turn 2. Kyle Davis going to lead him up the back straightaway. Caitlin Stone in 2nd spot. Kent Minkler up the outside for 3rd. Then it's Scott Thompson, David Greenslit, and Chris Emerson. Kyle Davis, Caitlin Stone, Kent Minkler. Your top 3 as they head down to complete lap number 2. Kyle Davis opening it up on the back straightaway. This is how it looked last week for him, and then David Greenslit got up there, got by into number 20, and took home the first victory of the season. Greenslit back in 4th right now in traffic behind Minkler and Stone. Kyle Davis, Caitlin Stone, Kent Minkler, David Greenslit, Scott Thompson, and Chris Emerson. Kyle Davis in his own zip code. Greenslit trying to figure out a way by Kent Minkler. Minkler running a good groove in that number 11. Kyle Davis off turn 4, your race leader. Caitlin Stone having a strong run in the 2nd spot. Kent Minkler, David Greenslit, Scott Thompson, and Chris Emerson to round out the field. Emerson, a graduate of the 4-cylinder division from 1 year ago. Double sticks through the air this time. 2 more laps to go. Greenslit is gotten by Minkler for third. Now he'll go to work on trying to run down Stone and Davis. White flag will fly this time by Greenslit. Now that he's gotten by Minkler, starting to pull away from him. He'll run out of time now. He may get to the back of Caitlin Stone, but he won't get by or catch Kyle Davis, not without a problem. Greenslit pretty fast. Kyle Davis going to get the win in the 28. Caitlin Stone a strong second. Greenslit comes home in third. Minkler fourth. Then it's Scott Thompson, and rounding out the field, Chris Emerson, years old. And if I'm reading the name right, it's Julian Alberacin. Alberacin, we'll call him. Green flag is out. Ricky Bly, Daryl Keene lead the pack off turn number 2. Up the back straightaway, Keene on the outside, Bly on the inside. Dallas Trombley right there with Aaron Fellows. Todd Davis, Guy Karen, and Alberacin. Fellows looks to the bottom on Keene as they come off turn number 4. Keene leaves the bottom open as they go into turn 1, as Fellows was still had a nose in there. Radical Ricky Bly, the man up front with Dallas Trombley in hot pursuit. Trombley is there looking to do the crossover. Looks low coming off turn 2. Bly was ready for it. Fellows, Keene, and now Karen. Karen underneath Keene for 4th. Oh, Keene gets loose in the high stuff. Keene got the back tires up in that speedy dry going into turn number 1, and around it comes. The caution flag will fly. Here we come off turn number 4. Cross flags up this time. It'll be halfway when they come down to the line. Dallas Trombley on the outside. Gets around Bly, and now Fellows works his way underneath. Radical Ricky Bly. Bly drops back to third. Now he might fall to Karen. He does. Karen drives on by. So it's Trombley, Fellows, Karen. Now Karen underneath Fellows. Karen with a move heading into turn number 3. Fellows tries to pinch him down. They rub. Both drivers wanted the same piece of real estate. Karen will muscle his way by. Trombley with 2 to go. Karen back there in second. Then it's Fellows, Bly, Davis, Keene, and Alberacin. Maybe it's Alberacin, I don't know. It looks like Alberacin to me, and that's what we're going to call him. White flag will fly, this time by Dallas Trombley. In the Bill and Sue Barnett owned at number 25 will bring the car home in victory lane. Guy Karen will come home in second. The Superman Aaron Fellows for third. Then it's Todd Davis, Ricky Bly. Here we go. Getting ready to roll off. Turn number 4, Joe Crowley says it's race time. Bergeron with a big jump on the outside and gets loose going into turn 1. Fellows answers backs. They get together. Oh, wow, a wild start to this one. Chris Bergeron, Booger as they call him, will lead lap number 1. Palmisano up to second around Fellows. Fellows, the car pushing, coming off turn number 2. Bucky Demers now around the outside. The Cornish Comet in that brand new car. 3 wide down the front straightaway. Luke Hinckley very, very wisely backed out of that bad situation. Now Hinckley drops to the bottom on Fellows. It's Bergeron, Palmisano, Demers, Hinckley, Fellows, and Merrill. Chris Bergeron didn't seem to have it all together last week, but it looks like they've got things ironed out. Bergeron, a former late model champion and I believe a 3 or 4 time Strictly Stock Super Street champion here at the Speedway. Bucky Demers, a former Pro Stock point champion here. And of course, Alan Fellows, the defending Super Street champion, moving up the late models this year. So a lot of victories and a lot of titles in this qualifying heat event. Top 4, nose to tail, coming off turn number 4 down the front chute. Bergeron, Palmisano, Demers, and Hinckley. Fellows and Merrill starting to close ground. Double sticks are up this time. 2 more laps to go. Look out. Hinckley and Demers battling for that spot off turn 4. They got it worked out between them. White flag flew that time. You're going to see they're checkered as they come off turn number 4. Chris Booger Bergeron will get the win. Mark Palmisano, then it's Bucky Demers.
Flag. Keep your eye on him. It's a long track. Go! Just because you started off slow doesn't mean you can get right on it. And the kid in the helmet's in the lead, followed by the kid in the helmet, then the one on the bike. As the parents are cheering on. When they come around turn 4, everybody needs to up here cheer these kids on. Help them around the track. There they go. You got it. It's coming up close right on turn 4. This is going to be a battle here at the end. Coming out of turn 4. Right down that front stretch. Neck and neck. He doesn't even know he's there. Who's going to get it? Get on it. You got it. Almost there. Almost there. First place. Second place. And we're going to have a battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. As we get a 3rd place coasting, he doesn't realize he's got people on his tail. We're going to see who, keep going, get on it. Photo finish, 4th and 5th. Battle of the orange rigs. They're not even breaking a sweat. I'm winded watching them. And as our final competitor comes down, let's root her on. Guys, get out of the way. Let this one finish. Guys, get out of the way. We got one more coming. She's going back to the pits. Flag is out. Rough start here on the left-hand side. Now, with 2 laps, they start off like gangbusters. You watch them halfway through, they're going to be exhausted. Battle for first out in turn 2. And coming right over there on the outside, coasting to second, from second to first. Checking back just to see. Now, they're only 1/4 of the way done. There's a fan group up there in the stands. You can keep going. It's okay. Oh, we're going to have a battle here, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. You guys still have 1 more lap to go. 1 more lap. Keep going. Keep going. Halfway done. You're only halfway done, guys. The look of desperation on those two's faces. When I said only halfway done, they went, oh, no. Going to be a strong finish here at the end. But I do believe a battle for second will ensue. and just coasting to a victory. Finishing strong, though. And we got a battle here for second. Oh, you turn up. Get on it. You almost got it. Number 1. We're going to keep the turns the same as they come out of turn 1 down the front stretch into turn 4. Green flag is out. That's the road cone, David Renaud. And that number 70 way out there in front. Again, this is a 20 lapper. And I do believe that Enduro rules still apply. And Enduro rules still apply, correct? So if there is a flag, those laps will count. If you ever want to get into racing, the Enduros are a fun way to start. The most affordable, I would assume. As the road cone, Renaud is out there in that number 70 out of turn 2 into turn 1. Redneck Racing lap number 2 is done. And again, after we are done with our 20 lappers here, they will stop and then they'll end the night as well. And Race Command has said that our redneck math has been knocked down to 12. So this will be a 12 lapper. And Jim Doobie, if we could get you down at the track, Jim Doobie, please be ready to go down after this, down at the track. Lap number 5 in the books of this 12-lap backwards feature. First half of the feature with the road cone Renaud out there in front in that number 70. Way behind is a 13 of Leon Kinston. And then Patrick O'Toole in the 44 struggling with this one. You can see how all these racers are having a tough time turning the wrong way. As flagman Michael Griggs gives the cross sign, we are halfway there. 6 laps in the books, looking for 12. It's the road cone Renaud in the front. Looks like he's in third, but he's almost about to lap everybody. Behind him is the number 13 of Kinston, and then Patrick O'Toole in that 44, who is about to get lapped coming out of turn 4 into turn 3. Backwards. You know, when we do another one of these redneck Enduros, I think that the road cone Renaud is, well, he's kind of setting a stage for the next time we do this. The road cone out there in front. Leon Kinston in second, 8 laps in the books, looking for 9. Here comes Patrick O'Toole around turn 2 into turn 1. And these Enduro nights are always interesting here at Twin State Speedway. You never know what you're going to get. As the road cone has finally lapped the number 13 of Kinston. Coming out of turn 2 into turn 1. Double sticks are out. 2 more laps to go in these books. 2 more laps for the road cone. 10 down, 2 more. As the road cone has lapped all the competitors so far. Coming out of turn into 1. White flag is out for the road cone. That's Renaud. Kinston is in second, and O'Toole is in third. But remember, the 44 of O'Toole and the 13 of Kinston are a lap behind. Mike Griggs is getting out the checkered flag. As the first half of the Enduros is in the books, the road cone, David Renaud wins that one. Coming in second, 1 lap down is Leo Kinston, and third, the number 44, Patrick O'Toole. About our youth sportsman division here tonight. Unfortunately, some of our regulars and ones that were scheduled to be here all had school functions. Now, these are the youngsters for the sportsman division has really been a way that we here at Twin State Speedway have had the opportunity to promote the younger drivers and give them some track time. So we do have one competitor that was able to make it here tonight. Again, unfortunately for us and for the drivers, all the other kids that were lined up here had school functions. I know it's a very busy time for schools right now, and once summer comes around and things loosen up a little bit, the youth sportsman will be beefed back up. So what we're going to do, this is Ashlyn Collins. We're going to give her, out of respect, we're going to give her the opportunity to take some laps here around the track. You know, she put in a lot of work this weekend, this past week, into this car. Family and friends have been working on the car, so we want to give her the chance to drive on the track and act like it's an official race. So this is Ashlyn's second time in a car here tonight at Twin State Speedway, so it might actually come to her advantage to have this happen, and she had wished to be known as Awesome Ashlyn. So if you see her in Victory Lane tonight, make sure that you call her Awesome Ashlyn. That's Ashlyn Collins. Again. So I just got word from Race Command, or Baseball Command, I guess, that the Red Sox did come back and they have scored at least one run. So it's now 3-1 versus the Evil Empire. So Ashlyn has her halfway mark at that point. And unfortunately, ironically, that's also the same score that the Bruins, I understand, are losing at this point. So in Philadelphia. So not a really good night for Boston sports. Any bad news on the Celtics, George?
No, but the good news is the Bruins are up 3-0 over Philly, so let them have their one game, and then they'll come back to Boston and end the series.
Hey, what happened to your boy Jamarcus Russell with the Raiders? I haven't had a chance to talk to you about that.
Oh, I believe he's pursuing a golf career now.
I thought
which is where most of the Raiders should be anyway.
I thought he was going to enter into the hot dog eating contest because he's packed on some weight.
He could do that. Yeah. That boy can pack away some groceries.
A little known fact, George Powers, a huge Raiders fan. And unfortunately, he's got bad taste.
Well, you know, what can I say? It doesn't stop there, you know.
At least your team's won a Super Bowl. Mine, never. I'm a Bills fan.
That's right. The Buffalo, Jim Kelly, the 0-4. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's got to hurt. Wow.
It does. It does. It does. Nice wink from George. As Ashlyn is out there getting some lap time. Again, that's awesome, Ashlyn. Her second time in a race car tonight, and we're proud to have her here. And if you have a child that would like to race here at Twin State Speedway, be a part of the upcoming division, that youth sportsman division, just check out our website. It's twinstatespeedway.net. We do have a lot of information there about all racing, about the go-karts, which is, I really think that go-kart series here at Twin State is going to start feeding this youth sportsman, which feeds all the other stuff as well. So the go-karting series starts up on June 6th. Mud Bogs will be going as well. The Mud Bogs are Saturday, June 5th, Saturday, July 3rd.
Up the pace off, turn 4, here they come. Let's get it on! Joe Lanu out front immediately into black number 3. Spear drifts up the hill a little bit, 3 wide. Up the back straightaway. Art Hano making a bold move. But Joe Lanu is gone in lap number 1. Oh, look out! Art Hano does the slide through the infield, and the caution will fly. Here they come off turn 4 one more time. Green flag is up. Spear a better jump this time. David Bly down on the inside, and here comes Mike Willis Jr. It's going to be Joe Lanu, David Bly, Mike Willis Jr., Dana Smith, Michael Spear, Shane Voss, Jeff Wright, Robert Hagar, Art Hano Jr., Mike, Norm Forrest, and Paul LaFawn. Joe Lanu again taking a big lead. David Bly, looks like Willis trying to drop to the bottom. Dynamite, David Bly able to shut the door. Dynamite, David Bly, and that short. No, look out! Shane Foss around in turn 2. Caution will fly. Here they come off turn number 4 one more time. David Bly hanging tough on the outside of Joe Lanoux. Off turn 2, Lanoux gets the run on the bottom. David Bly stays right there, drives it in deep. Oh, Willis up on the back wheel of Bly. Oh, wow, Mike Willis and David Bly together off turn number. Here they come off turn number 4. Here we go. Joe Lanoux, Dana Smith, Art Haino Jr., Mike Spear. Here comes David Bly out of the pits. The 29 going to make his way back down. Top 3 trying to run and hide from the rest of the pack. The Cousins dicing it out on the front straightaway. Dana Smith and Art Haino playing a little cat and mouse there coming up. Turn number 4 last time by. They're cousins, but they are tough competitors. Norman Forrest back up into the 4th spot. Michael Spear 5th. Then it's Jeff Wright, Mike Willis, Shane Foss, and Dynamite David Bly. Willis underneath Wright. Mike Willis Jr. moves up another notch. Shane Foss going to try to follow him through. Foss drifts up the hill. Willis goes underneath Spear. Oh, Foss into the back of Jeff Wright. Everybody anxious out there tonight, but up front it's the Joe Lanoux show. Joe Lanoux, part of the Racing Lanoux family, longtime competitors and winners here at the Twin State Speedway back in the old Claremont Speedway days. Joe's dad, Jimmy, racing back here since Moby Dick was a minnow. His grandfather raced here, Henry Lanoux. Of course, his brother Jamie, a late model champion here. His brother Stephen, a former competitor. His sister Jackie, a competitor. So Joe, from a long line of Racing Lanoux, leading the show here tonight and looking for his first ever win in a modified automobile. And looking strong up front. The car to keep your eye on, the 83 of Mike Willis Jr. That car is extremely fast. He's worked his way back up into the 5th spot and putting the pressure now on Norm Forrest and Art Haino. Jeff Wright and Shane Foss working their way under Michael Spear. It's Joe Lanoux, Dana Smith, Art Haino, Norm Forrest, and Mike Willis, your top 5 at the halfway mark. The cross flags fly as we are 17 down and 18 to go in our modified feature event. Third through 5th, nose to tail off turn number 2. Joe Lanoux and Dana Smith up front. Then it's Art Haino, Norman Forrest, and Mike Willis Jr. Willis Jr. now tries the high side, falls back in line off turn number 2. Joe Lanoux, Dana Smith, Art Haino, Norman Forrest, Mike Willis Jr., Jeffrey Wright, Shane Foss, Michael Spear, and Dynamite David Bly. That's your modified field now. Lanoux works his way around David Bly. Bly moves to the bottom, lets them drive on by. Now, Forrest and Haino duking it out for third. Forrest makes his way up the third. Hano trying to pinch him down. Hano gets in the loose stuff. Hano around in turn 4. All right, Hano Jr. got into the loose stuff up. And here they come off turn number 4. Green flag is out. Dana Smith trying to stay hard with Joe Lanoux. Smith gets a run off the back chute. Up into turn number 3. Smith leads him by a nose, but Lanoux on the low side. Here they come down to the line. Smith gets loose. Lanoux will lead the lap. Joe Lanoux and Dana Smith looking strong. Mike Willis and Norm Forrest right there with him. Lanoux will lead the lap again. Smith hanging tough. Now here comes Forrest. Norm Forrest for second. Smith's not going to give it up without a fight. Drives it in deep. And they are dead even at the line. The inside groove finally wins out. Hano already back up into the top 5. Willis up to third. So it's Lanoux, Forrest, Willis, Smith, Hano, Wright, Foss, Spear, and Bly. Oh, bumper tag off turn 2. Not sure if somebody got anxious or if somebody checked up, but it was bump, 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 bump. And Joe Crowley says to the third, oh, look out! Dana Smith got loose right when Aaron Hano was trying to go underneath. 8 in the books, 7 to go. Green flag is up, we're on, oh, look out! Jeff Wright and David Bly hard into the front stretch wall. David Bly further on down. Jeff Wright right off the jump. Gonna have to look at the replay on that one. He must have had some help. Here we go. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Joe Lanoux is going to lead the pack off. Turn number 2, Norm Forrest right there with him. I think Joe Lanoux is maybe the only car in the race tonight that hasn't been sent to the back once. Hano trying to work his way underneath Michael Spear for the 4th spot. Spear able to hold him off. Hano now drops to the bottom in turn number 3, off turn number 4. They're nose to nose down the front straightaway. Hano will take over the 4th spot heading into turn number 1. Off turn 2, he'll try to run down Shane Foss, Norman Forrest, and Joe Lanoux. Forrest looking strong right now, putting the heat on Lanoux. Lanoux has been holding him back all night long, and I don't mean holding him back by being slower. I mean he has been the man. Lanoux, Forrest, Foss, Hano, Smith, and Spear. 2 to go. Joe Lanoux in American Braking Tire, number 3, 2 laps away from his first ever modified victory. White flag will fly. Joe Lanoux with Storm and Norman Forrest in tow. Forrest going to try the crossover. Lanoux was ready for it. Here they come. 1 set of turns to go. Checkered flags in the air. The winner, Joe Lanoux. Norm Forrest brings it home in second. Shane Foss third. Then it's Art Hano. So Joe Lanoux taking the checkered flag around for the very first time ever in a modified. And he's going to be one very happy young man when he climbs out of that number 3. Norm Forrest and Shane Foss, great runs to come home second and third respectively. And we're going to have Joe Lanoux picking our 50-50 winner. If we can get Steve to come back to the gate here, the lady's going to bring down the 50-50 tickets to him. Sorry about that, Steve. $257 in the 50-50. And if Joe Lanoux picks out my winning ticket, if my ticket wins...
Joe Lanoux, congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So first time in one of these rigs?
Well, I drove this car in the open show and didn't fare out too good last year, and yeah, this is my first time.
Liking it better?
Yeah, they're a lot of fun to drive, actually, a little bit easier, more grip, but you got to be a little bit more careful of your tires.
Well, congratulations on your win. Who do you want to thank?
I want to thank American Tire and Brake, Dartmouth Motors, Bernie's Mini Mart. I got to thank my crew for putting this thing back together after I put it in the concrete last week. I got to thank my fiance for putting up with me being out almost every night during the week and not changing the locks on the doors. But just got to thank my crew, Jack Murray, for letting me drive the car, and just thank the fans for coming to keep this place open.
Well, congratulations, first place, Joe Lanou. And Joe, you actually, oh yeah, that's fine.
And then Bruce Jaycock's going to bring the field to green. Here they come off turn number 4. Let's get it on. Oh, Joe Bates in trouble. Wow, rough start right there as there was a little bumper tag going on. Up front, it's Benny Poland with Kobe Hodgson, Scott McMichael, Jay Cox, Davis. Frederick still having trouble with the dirt there in turn number 2. Benny Poland looking strong up front. Charlestown, New Hampshire. Yo, look out! Bell and Bates get together coming off turn number 2. Here they come off turn number 4. Once again, green flag will fly. Benny Poland with another good jump. Colby Hodgson fights back. Here comes Radical Russ Davis. The Radical one on the outside slips into turn number 3. McMichael having trouble in the 7. McMichael trying to get out of the way. The 7 has shut down Scott McMichael. Caution will fly. Yo, getting ready to restart. Hey, the 50-50 has been won. Here we go. Back underway. Benny Poland, Radical Russ Davis, Colby Hodgson, Chris Wilk, Danny Frederick, your top 5. One complete lap in the book in a row here. Russ Davis now starting to put the pressure on Benny Poland. Poland gets loose, goes up a little bit. Davis not able to complete the pass, but gets underneath him going into turn number 1. Radical Russ Davis inches ahead up the back straightaway. Poland fights back on the outside. Davis and Poland, Poland and Davis. Russ Davis will have the lead with Chris Wilk in tow. Problems for Scott McMichael again. The 7 New Hampshire stalls on the back straightaway. Here they come off turn number 4, 6 in the books, 24 to go. Davis and Wilk. 1-2 as they head into turn number 3. 3 wide. Frederick tried to thread the needle. Didn't happen, and now look out, Dick Lamont around off turn number 2. Lamont, see if he can get it fired up. Caution will fly. This restart, that's Radical Russ Davis and Chris Wilk. They finished 1-2 last week. Looks like they want a repeat performance. Here we go. Davis on the inside, but Wilk has a run. Look out. Caleb Bryan around off turn 2. The 88X, can she get it going? Caution will fly. Green flag will fly once again. Radical Russ Davis, Chris Wilk, Benny Poland, Danny Frederick, Colby Hodgson, Craig Smith, Mark Blair, Bruce Jaycox, Joe Bates, Ryan Bell, Dick Lamont, James Brown, Jeff Murray, and Caleb Ryan. Ryan Bell, a problem on the 8. Problem for Ryan Bell. Let's see if he can get the car to pit road. Bell trying hard, needs to get that car out of the middle of the racetrack. Bell will not make it up pit road as that car comes to a halt. Sometimes when you get too much competition, stuff happens, and these guys are getting it all done tonight. Russ Davis, Chris Wilk, Benny Poland, your top 3. Wilk and Davis trying to pull away. Benny Poland closes the gap. Davis feeling the heat from Wilkie. Oh, Benny Poland in trouble. Poland's car came to a halt. Danny Frederick get into the back of him. Here comes the field off turn 4. The green flag is out. Mike Griggs has either lost his patience or got the habit. He's got the yellow flag right there ready. Joe Bates loose in the 7 New Hampshire, trying to fight his way up through this field. Russ Davis and Chris Wilk, the guys up front. Wilk with a good run off turn 2, but Davis is still right in front of him. They ran this way last week. Wilk was finally able to get by. We'll see if Russ Davis can hold him off this week. Wilk looks to the inside. Davis able to shut the door going into turn number 3. Colby Hodgson dirt tracking it off turn 4. Craig Smith, son of Dean Smith, strong in 4th spot, putting the heat on Colby Hodgson. Cross flags are out. We're halfway through. Second half of this race right now looks to go much quicker than the first half did. Hodgson loose again off turn 4. Craig Smith right there ready to pounce, along with Mark Blair and Joe Bates. Smith now goes to the high side. Blair wants to fill the hole underneath. Hodgson loose again. Colby Hodgson has to gather it up, but that'll cost him 5 spots. Colby Hodgson, who is having a great run in 3rd place. Fighting the handle on that car all night, and it finally won the battle against him. That moves sophomore driver Craig Smith up into the 3rd spot, with veterans Mark Blair and Joe Bates right on his tail. 10 to go as 20 laps are in the books. 10 more laps to go for this main event. Radical Russ Davis, Chris Wilk, Craig Smith, Mark Blair, Joe Bates, Bruce J. Cox, Dick Lamont, Colby Hodgson, Danny Frederick, Caleb Bryan, Jeff Murray, and James Brow. That's your Super Street field as they run on the Speedway. Brow goes to the inside. Craig Smith, oh, look out! Craig Smith and Mark Blair together off turn number 2, trying to get around Brow. And he'll see the black flag. Here we go. Green flag will fly. Here they come up the back straightaway. Davis, Wilk, and Bates. Black flag will wave this time by for Ryan Bell. And the scraping has minimalized, but there is still something dragging on the speedway. Meanwhile, Davis and Wilkes starting to pull away from Joe Bates. 5 laps to go this time by. 5 more laps to go. And Jaycock's in trouble. Oh, Frederick and Lamont get together. Frederick and Lamont on turn 2 get together. Dick Lamont goes around and Mark Blair catches him. Pick up the pace. Here they come off turn number 4. Green flag is out. It's race time. Jaycock's in trouble. The 29J did not go. Bates making the move on Chris Wilk. That lets Russ Davis get away for a while. Bates and Wilkes. Door handle to door handle. And caution will fly as Jaycox can't get off the speedway. 5 more laps to go. Bates tries to get the jump on the restart, but Wilkie was ready for it that time. Joe Bates, a longtime competitor here, has been racing here since the 70s. Took a long bunch of years off and made his way back tonight. Racing the way they did it in the old days. But Wilkie was prepared. So it's Russ Davis, Chris Wilk, Joe Bates, Craig Smith, Danny Frederick, Caleb Bryant, Jeff Murray, and then the lap cars of James Brown and Ryan Bell. Double sticks up, 2 to go. Two to go for the Super Streets. Let's see, they started this feature in April. They're going to get it done now in May. White flag is out. Here it comes, final set of turns. Wilkie not going to get it done. Radical Russ Davis brings home the win. Followed by Chris Wilk, Joe Bates, Craig Smith, Danny Frederick, Caleb Bryant, Jeff Murray, James Brown.
Good job out there. Tough race.
Yeah, I tell you what, there, all those cautions, I was like, boy, I said, this is going to be a long one here, but once the car got going, it went good. You know, I did some adjustments this week, but I know the 15 is hard to beat, so I'll take it any way I can get it.
And who do you want to thank?
Say a special thanks to Fry's Electric, Doug Devereaux and Sons, Jim Cahill, Bonnie and Danny Maynard. Special thanks to Phil Hayes this week for helping me out, Chris Curtis helping me out with the gears, and everybody here that helps me. I really appreciate it.
Well, congratulations, first place, Russ Davis.
For the second piece, we'll pick up Stone on the inside, Davis on the outside. Mike Griggs says, let's get it on. Kyle Davis with a strong run on the outside. Stone trying to stay with him. Here comes Minkler. Very wisely backs out of it. Stone holds her ground on the inside, but Kyle Davis will have the lead coming off turn number 4. It'll be Davis, Stone, Greenslit, Minkler, Thompson, and Emerson at the end of lap number 1. Minkler now moves ahead of Greenslit in the 3rd spot. Kyle Davis, Caitlin Stone, Kent Minkler, David Greenslet, Scott Thompson, and Chris Emerson. That's your strictly stock field as they roll. 2 in the books. Here they come down to complete lap number 3. Kyle Davis up front and looking strong. He won his heat race tonight. He'd like to win the feature. The winner from last week, sitting in 4th spot, that's Dave Greenslet. Kyle Davis, Caitlin Stone, Kent Minkler, David Greenslet, your top 4 nose to tail. Scott Thompson rides in 5th, and then Chris Emerson. Kyle Davis trying to open it up a little bit. Greenslet putting the pressure on Kent Minkler. Top 4 still nose to tail. Here they come off turn number 4. 8 laps will be in the books this time by 8 of 25 complete. Kyle Davis, this young man in a Mountainside Graphics automobile, would be so enthusiastic in Victory Lane to pick up this win tonight. Caitlin Stone, young lady moving up in the 4-cylinder division, looking strong in that automobile. Greenslet still trying to figure out a way by Kent Minkler. Minkler looking good in the number 11. This time by, the cross flags are up. We are halfway through our 25 lap strictly stock feature event. 12 down, 13 to go. It's been all Kyle Davis since the drop of the green flag. Caitlin Stone holds strong in the 2nd spot. Minkler still holding off Greenslet for 3rd. Greenslet trying to figure out some way by that number 11. Scott Thompson, 5th spot, and of course rounding out the field, the 75, Chris Emerson. Jesse Emerson, excuse me. Greenslet loose off turn 2. That gives Minkler a little breathing room, but Greenslet closes it back up again. Meanwhile, Kyle Davis enjoying a 3-car length lead over Caitlin Stone, who has the same advantage over Kent Minkler. Minkler and Greenslet still putting on quite a show for that 3rd and final trophy spot. Kyle Davis, 17 down, 8 laps to go. Caitlin Stone starting to close the gap a little bit on Davis. Kyle Davis, Caitlin Stone, 1 and 2 are car length apart, coming down to complete lap number 19. Jesse Emerson goes a lap down. Kyle Davis, Caitlin Stone roll on by. 20 in the books, 5 to go. Look out, Scott Thompson, trouble on the 87. Looked like he was going up the pits to get a hot dog, but he was trying to go through the wall to get there. He was headed for the concession stand. Now, Jesse Emerson smoking a tire off turn number 4. Scott Thompson gets back down to the low side of the track where it's a little more safe. Kyle Davis still showing him the way. Caitlin Stone almost within striking distance now. Davis opens it up. Double sticks in the air. 2 more laps to go. Kyle Davis, Caitlin Stone, Kent Minkler, David Greenslet, Scott Thompson, and Jesse Emerson. White flag will fly, this time by. 1 more lap to go for Kyle Davis. Caitlin Stone going to make a last-ditch effort to try to get up there, but Davis puts the moves on and pulls away a little more. Greenslet, Trill, still trying to get by Minkler. Dives to the bottom, going into turn number 3. Minkler tries to shut the door. They get together. Greenslet out-muscles Minkler to the line. Minkler not happy. But Kyle Davis gets the... And as these guys get ready to climb out of their cars, we're going to take you trackside with WCNL's Steve Smith.
And thank you to you, George. As always, another great race here at Twin Cities Speedway with the Strictly Stocks. As number 20 car of David Greenslet's getting out. Taking all the contraptions off. Number 28, we have Kyle Davis. I saw you as you went through. You put your hand out. Like, yeah.
Yeah, this crew has gone through a lot this winter, putting this car together. Finally paid off. Just this car was unbelievable today. Just during practice, it was tight, but we got it freed up for the qualifying and got it good for the race. And now it feels really good to be back in victory lane. Just now this proves that I can do this, and this team's behind me 100%. And I want to thank all my sponsors, and a big thanks to Jarvis family, and excluding and really big in my heart, Peter Jarvis and Joey, all of them. They've become a lot to me and everything. It just really, I don't know what to say. It just really feels good to be back in victory lane.
Hey, Kyle, we're proud of you, buddy. Congratulations. This guy is always smiling no matter what. Good job. We'll see you.
Here we go. Joe Crowley gives an evil eye and says, let's get it on. Bergeron and Trombley off turn 2. Bergeron inches ahead going up the back straightaway. Trombley drives it in deep on the outside. Bergeron will have the lead to himself coming off turn number 4. Bucky Demers using the low line. The Cornish Comet fighting for that second spot. Demers is there. Here comes Palmisano and Hinckley. Dallas Trombley gets the car to the bottom. Hinckley and Fellows going at it, door handle with Guy Karen in tow. Keep your eye on the 8. Last year's track champion was last week's opening night winner. It's Bergeron, Demers, Trombley, Palmisano, Hinckley, Karen, Fellows, Bly, Fellows, Davis, Keene, Merrill, and Alberacin. Now Hinckley drops to the bottom on Palmisano. Hinckley with Guy Karen and Aaron Fellows in tow. Hinckley takes over 4th, Karen takes over 5th. Aaron Fellows gonna follow him through. It's Chris Booger Bergeron up front. Trombley now putting the heat back on to Bucky Demers. Demers able to shut the door going into turn number 3. It's Bergeron, Demers, Trombley, Hinckley with Karen trying to find a way up into the 4th spot. Karen gets the nose underneath the 31. The 31 able to hold him off on the back straightaway, but Karen slips underneath going into turn number 3. Karen up into the 4th spot. Hinckley slides back to 5th. Hinckley not going to give up without a fight. Now Karen trying to run down Dallas Trombley. Karen is there. Trombley trying to figure out a way by Bucky Demers. Karen trying to figure out a way to get to the front. Karen keeping that 8 down low. Todd Davis works his way underneath Ricky Bly. Meanwhile, Hinckley and Fellows going at it for 5th. Fellows on the outside of Hinckley. Bly on the outside of Davis. Davis makes his way underneath Bly. Keene and Bly almost get together. Karen gets underneath Trombley. Hinckley going to follow him through with Fellows in tow. Caution flies for Alvarez. Here they come off turn 4. They'll pick up the pace. Green flag is out. Ricky Bly comes out of pit road. Bucky Demers on the outside of Bergeron. Demers making it happen. Demers led that lap by a fender, then he gets loose. Here we go. Late models getting wild. Outside groove not working so well now. Demers and Karen. Getting shuffled back. It's Bergeron, Trombley, Hinckley. Then it's Demers, Palmisano, and Karen dicing it out for that 5th spot. Halfway this time by. Fellows works his way underneath Karen. Nice slingshot move by the Superman. Karen just keeps getting shuffled back. He's not used to this. He's used to climbing to the front, and he's going to be one unhappy camper right now in that number 8. Meanwhile, up front, Chris Booger Bergeron has got his hands full with Dallas Trombley and Luke Hinckley. Bucky Demers into the 4th spot. Now Karen underneath Palmisano. Top three, nose to tail off turn 4. Here comes Hinckley. Hinckley looking underneath Trombley. Trombley leaves the bottom open. Hinckley drives into second. Demers loose off there. Oh, look out! Demers and Fellows get together. Todd Davis spins to avoid him. Aaron Fellows and Bucky. Here we go. Green flag is out once again. Bergeron and Hinckley. Trombley and Karen. Oh, look out! Trombley and the 31 get together. Wow. Here they come off turn 4 once again. The green flag is out. Bergeron and Hinckley. Oh, trouble! Alvarezson and Dallas Trombley get together coming off turn number 2. 14 laps to go. Chris Bergeron, Luke Hinckley, Guy Karen, Mark Palmisano, Todd Davis, Daryl Keene, Alan Fellows, Mark Merrill, Bucky Demers, Aaron Fellows, Dallas Trombley, Ricky Blyan, Jason Alvarezson, Julian Alvarezson. Top three, nose to tail up the back straightaway. Demers underneath Keene. The Cornish Comet will move up another notch. Chris Booger Bergeron up front. Ten more laps to go. Make it 9 as the field rolls the lead. Oh, look out! Demers and Merrill get together. Everybody's okay there. Hinckley trying to get by Bergeron. Karen trying to get by Hinckley. The top three in a dogfight up front. Todd Davis trying to work his way underneath Mark Palmisano. Palmisano leaves the bottom open. Davis drives it in. Demers underneath Fellows. Now it's Fellows and Fellows side by side. Demers loose off turn number 2. 5 more laps to go, make it 4. 4 to go. Fellows underneath Demers, they get together. Demers and Fellows get together coming off turn number 2. Meanwhile, Hinckley trying to get underneath Chris Bergeron. Hinckley sticks the nose underneath. Luke Hinckley for the lead. Hinckley and Bergeron going at it. Bergeron hanging tough on the outside, gets loose. He collects Kieran. Caution will fly, folks. Hinckley, nice slow start. Green flag is out. It's Hinckley, Karen, Davis. Here comes Aaron Fellows. Fellows underneath Palmisano for 4th. the Superman fighting his way back into contention. It'll be 2 to go this time by. White flag out, 1 more lap to go. I got a little confused there, folks, don't mind me. Here we go, this is it, Karen underneath Hinckley. Hinckley will try to shut the door, he does. Karen gets to the bottom, here they come to the line. Luke Hinckley gets the win. Guy Karen second, oh, look out. We've got trouble coming down the front straightaway, and Mark Merrill's new car is destroyed. The checkered flag did fly, though. What? First off, congratulations, and I tell you, that was some move you made to get by Chris Bergeron.
Yeah, I see he was tight there the later part of the run, and on that restart, I tried to get a wheel up on him, and then the caution come right back out. So when we went single file, it was kind of a blessing. But yeah, this is pretty exciting. I don't know how many fans are left. Thanks for everybody coming out, and I'd like to thank my father and mother, Ari Hinckley, Joe's Family Car Care, Zulo Property Maintenance, all my crew, girlfriends, whole 9 yards. Takes a lot of time to do this sport. So.
And of course, it's not a cheap sport either. Is this a new car, chassis, and everything this year?
Well, to us it is. It was a former Brian Hoare ACT car, and we bought it secondhand this year just as it is, and it's actually got his colors on it still, and like I said last week, I'm too cheap to paint it, so that's why it's red this year.
Well, I'll tell you what, with tonight's check, maybe you can have some new paint towards next year.
Yeah, I'm liking the red. We got a second last week and a first this week, and I like it so far. We'll see how long it goes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your winner tonight, Luke Hinckley.
As our redneck Enduros will be out, wrapping up our night here tonight at Twin State Speedway. And once again, we want to thank everyone who did come out here tonight. Green flag is out, and David, the road cone, Renaud, who is the winner of the first part, rushes right down to a very quick lead. Leon Kinston in that number 13 is in second, and Patrick O'Toole, who came in third last time, is third at this point as well. Now, I'm willing to bet the road cone sitting on the back of his car wouldn't normally be legal, but it is the redneck Enduros, where almost anything goes. This will be a 10-lapper here as we cap off our night here at Twin State Speedway. David the road cone Renaud way out there in first, as Patrick O'Toole trying to make it a battle for second, coming up on Leon Kinston. The road cone rushing out there. Maybe the secret is the road cone. Maybe it's aerodynamic enough to make him go out there. That's David Renaud, who we're all going to affectionately call the road cone for the rest of his racing career. Way out there in first, Patrick O'Toole and Leon Kinston battling it out for second. I want to remind you that our go-kart racetrack is looking pretty awesome here at Twin State. That'll be starting up soon. June 6th, the first point race will be happening. That's Sundays. So now here at Twin State Speedway, you'll get to come and have a fun night on Friday nights, and then on Saturdays will be the Mud Bug Series, the first Saturday of every month, starting up in June, and then every Sunday starting in June, the 2010 Karting Series. Details, go to our website at twinstatespeedway.net. 6 laps in the books, looking for 7 as the road cone Renaud goes around turn 4. Down that front stretch, a half a track lead over the second and third competitors of Leon Kinston and Patrick O'Toole, the road cone. Double sticks are out. Mike Griggs letting the road cone know he's got 2 more laps to go. As we started the features off with the Redneck Enduro, they drove fast and turned right. Now they're driving fast and turning left. Michael Grigg reaches down, grabs that white flag, flying high. One more lap to go for the road cone, number 70, David Renaud. As Patrick O'Toole and Leon Kinston come around turn 4, down the front stretch, they get the 1 lap to go as well. Michael Griggs quickly reaches down, grabs the double checkers. Congratulations to David the Road Cone Renaud, tonight's winner of the Redneck Enduros. Coming around turn 4, capping off the night, will be Leon Kinston in second and Patrick O'Toole in third. I'll say one more time, thank you so much for coming out here tonight. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thanks to the Valley Building Supply, and we will see you next week for another exciting night of racing here at Twin State Speedway. On behalf of George Powers, I'm Steve Smith signing off, and we'll see you next week at Twin State.